Hi everyone, it's Thomas. My desk might make a bunch of creaking noises. I've built it myself. So from the last video I've put a lot more trees in, and I've worked on the water just a tiny bit, but I've added something else that's really cool. You'll notice as I run that the camera kind of pans away from the character a little bit. As a bit of an experiment for something else that's come. Really like this view right here. It's sort of a little bay. Now I've put in the old castle just for a certain experiment here. Now this whole thing where the camera zooms in and out, I don't know, I might make it where you can toggle it on and off, but as you can see here, remember how in the last videos I kept having horrible issues with the camera in there where, well, look at this. The camera. Okay. So the camera is far away from the player. And now the camera is up close to the player. It's not going to be constantly, I don't know what it was, how to describe it, but he still gets stuck on some of these things here. I don't know why. I am looking into a way to solve that issue. And then when he's on the battlement, the camera zooms away. So when he's indoors, the camera's up close to the player. I don't know, it just makes it easier to handle things. And this won't be the castle that will be here. I'm working on that. I noticed that with his collision shape, he can go up some steps. I don't know what the issue is. Alright, so here's the last thing I want to show. It's right over here. I got very basic swimming working. Very basic swimming working. I'm going to work on it more. I'm going to make it to where you can dive down later on. I've just worked on that code, but it's a little buggy, so I have it commented out for the time being. Right now, this is pretty alright. Go up here. I don't like that he goes so slow up the hill. I think he should go the same speed, because that just makes you want to spam the jump button. There's nothing wrong with that, but I don't feel like that should be a gameplay feature where players just want to spam the jump button because they need to. These trees they kind of look decent. Every now and then I'll see a tree that's floating, and I have to go into the editor and make it no longer floating, bring it back to the ground. It's nice to be able to swim though. Alright, so if we look at Godot here, so this is the code I use for making the camera come close to the player and away from the player. This is my match statement. I use the match statement for a what do they call it? A state machine. This is where it determines whether you're in the water or not. And over here, this is where I was working on making it. I'm going to completely change the way I do this, but this is where I was working on making it to where if you look up, you swim upwards, and if you look down, you swim downwards, and if you're looking straight ahead, you swim straight ahead. But it's conflicting with some of the other codes, so I have it commented out for the time being. And I'm going to have to find a solution to that. And this castle, this won't be the one I'm going to use for this map. There will be a different castle. About a year ago I made a ship on Blender. I don't think I'm going to use that one for this game, unless if it will be an enemy ship or something. But I might make it to where you can board onto a certain ship and I don't know, sail to the mainland. I don't know yet. I'm also making siege towers and other siege engines. I haven't made those ones yet, but I'm working on the siege tower. I don't know how I'm going to code that one. I think I know how I'll code the siege engines. I think I know how I'm going to code the catapults, but I don't know how I'm going to code a battling ram or siege ladder or siege tower. If you have any tips, feel free to comment down below. Otherwise, see you in the next video. Adios.